Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your monthly October love reading. This is for any Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and North nodes. We're just going to be taking a quick little look into what's going on with you. I say quick, they're never quick, none of these readings are freaking quick. But we're just going to be having a quick look in what is going on with you and your love situation in the month of October. So, got a couple of things for you. While I was shuffling your cards, filling into your energy, I wrote down some little channeled messages for you. And I was getting like a couple of interesting messages. So, for some of you guys, I feel like there's something coming up with London. I think maybe some of you guys are wanting to travel, or you're thinking back on past travels that you've been on, or you guys are Sagittarius, so of course you want to travel, you want to go, you want to explore. I don't know if maybe you're feeling called to change, called to like a whole new country, called to a whole new place. Or even if you've just like been someone that's always been fantasizing and dreaming of London or England or anything like that. So I thought that was really interesting. I was also getting city lights, like literally seeing city lights, like seeing someone sitting in a car and looking out and like watching all these city lights. So I also feel as though like you guys are kind of like looking for a bit of expansion. And it's interesting because you pulled the Gemini card, and Gemini is your opposite sign. So you're the ninth sign in the zodiac, and Gemini is the third. So you guys are opposites. Gemini's air, you guys are fire. So I feel as though you're kind of flickering between like past selves and future selves. Like I feel like you're like literally in like this precipice mode where you're kind of in the middle of two worlds, and I feel like that's why Earth element stability came out, and it also came out in the reverse. And like sometimes I pay attention to that and other times I don't. This time I kind of paid a little bit of attention to it because I felt like your roots, your foundation has kind of been like overturned a little bit, and with Mercury coming out underneath that too, it's talking about like this like Mercury rules Gemini, and 2:22 on the clock. So like you've had to make some decisions with your mind, obviously, like we all do, but you've had to like think things through an awful lot and almost like become like super duper responsible. I feel with this Saturn return age, like this is you aging and growing up and becoming a little bit more like responsible for your life and decisions. And I feel like with Earth element stability coming up, it's like your stability, your roots, your foundations that are coming up as well, because I think things have changed a lot. Some of you guys have literally physically moved, because I feel like with Gemini coming out, with this lunar eclipse coming out, it literally made me think of the first YouTube video I ever posted on here, which was the solar eclipse new moon in Gemini, I think it was. Like, don't quote me completely, but I'm pretty sure that there was a solar eclipse, and this was in either June or July. I think it was June. Yeah, it was June. Pretty sure it was June. But something probably happened around June, and I feel like it was during that eclipse time that sort of like you've moved, or you've moved on, or just a big shift and change has happened in either the way you experience your physical reality, like so this could be perception, or you've literally made a change in your physical earth reality that has caused a big change within you. But I think it's a change that's needed to happen because you've got this Saturn return here, and I feel like with Saturn these are big deal moments. Like Saturn is in the zone, like astrology, people that are into astrology kind of sometimes like to look at Saturn with like a bit of a bad vibe, because he's kind of like that, he's not really the fun dad. Like I feel like Jupiter and Saturn are kind of dad vibes, but Jupiter's more so that fun dad that's like, hey, do you want to try a smoke? Like stuff like that, whereas Saturn's more like, if I ever catch you smoking, you'll be out of this house, kid. Like it's kind of that like intense sort of different energy, and I kind of feel as though Saturn is asking you to become a little bit more like serious about things, because I'll read you the words that I've written down, but we've written down rewind, up and down, obstacles, distracted, confused, noticing something you've never noticed before. That could even be that London thing, like maybe you're all of a sudden feeling called to like go to London or travel or just go anywhere, and you haven't really felt a call to a certain place anymore. If you're feeling called to a specific place, please take that into account and notice that you're being called there for a reason. So like your energy is meant to be in a certain space at a certain time. So we have noticing something you've never noticed before. I need you, but I wrote I need ya. Needed, reinvent, state of emergency, up late, no sleep, tired, city lights, London. That's it, because you guys, I think you might be spending a lot of time like up late, thinking a lot, which is, yeah, literally Gemini, I think. Like Gemini can spend all night literally just looking up stuff. Like, if a Gemini gets on a tangent, a Gemini is just going to keep running with that tangent. Like, they're just going to keep like trying to uncover more and more, Googling more and more things, watching more and more YouTube videos. So it's like you guys get like, and that's with you guys too, because Sagittarius is, your depiction is literally, you know, that arrow, and it's the reason for that is because that arrow is whatever Sagittarius points at, whatever that arrow is pointed at is directly pointing towards it. So it's like, if an example could be like, if you're a Sagittarius and you all of a sudden start surfing, you are going to put all your energy and all your focus and all your dedication into surfing. It's like you will run, you are literally like a bull at a gate, like you will put your heart and soul into something. But the second you decide to like pull out, you'll just pull out. It's kind of like that arrow needs to be like a bullseye pretty much. And if it doesn't like bullseye, if it's not right, then it's just sort of like, it feels like a bit of a waste of time. So interesting, very interesting messages we're getting for you. I also feel like it's pretty important for you to get enough rest, Sagittarius, because I think you're not resting enough, and it's causing physical changes within your body, and it's keeping you sort of distracted and not able to do like your purpose work. And the thing is with you guys, Sag, I feel as though like every Sag has got like a pretty serious purpose in this world. Like you guys bring, it's like Leo and Sag to me. Like, damn you fire signs, I'm kind of jealous of you. Like, it kind of feels as though you guys have got like this big deal, big aspiration to fulfill, like this big energy. Like you just got so much big energy about you. And I feel like if you don't allow yourself time to rest and allow yourself to change and allow yourself to like slow down a little bit, because Gemini is like really, really fast. And even I notice it because I got my Lilith in Gemini, which is sort of like, you know, I can talk and talk and talk and talk. I can talk your freaking ear off, and that's why I always end up doing these bloody long ass readings. They're only meant, I wanted them to be 10 minutes, and they all ended up nearly 30. Like Gemini can talk. Gemini can go too far sometimes, and that's why I think it's coming up for you guys, because it's like putting too much, distracting yourself maybe with talking and distracting yourself with the little things and like the little people that are surrounding you. Because the thing is, Gemini rules close groups to you. Sagittarius, you rule like far away. You rule philosophy and like getting on a plane and going somewhere different side of thing. So, you know, I think you're coming, needing to like ground into like the expansion that you are, because you are such an expansive sign, you're such an expansive energy, and I think you need to like maybe stop thinking so small in a way. So interesting. And rewind up and down, like you're going up and down, and it's because you've been through a lot of obstacles for sure, especially with that earth element stability, like physical obstacles. This is like literally not having enough money to pay rent, or literally like losing, well, this is a love reading, so literally losing the person that you care about the most in this world, or just like having children that are like causing problems, you know, things like that, like just things that are literally physically in the real world that are like getting on your nerves. So what is the strength in love for Sagittarius this month? We're going to do strength first for you guys. I don't know why. I feel like you guys are needing to shift things up and change things up a little. Like shift the way you've been doing things. Like if you want things to be a little bit more fun, then you need to like be a little bit more fun. I don't know. You have freedom at the bottom of the deck. So your strength is that Sagittarius vibe. Like you guys are the kings and queens of freedom. Like, I feel like there's no energy like a Sag that can sort of like encompass freedom better, because like you guys, like, you know, I think it's just such a open and expansive vibe. Like you want to learn everything that you can. You want to explore the world. You want to explore life. You want to like change and be different all the time. And I think that's actually coming out as a strength this month, is your wanting to change. Like that's what's good about being a Sag, is the fact that if you want to change, you'll make it happen, because you are so committed to change. You are so committed to your own personal freedom, and like your own personal freedom and happiness is so important. Like I literally, one of my favorite astrologers, he always says when the moon is in Sag, it's like the sun shines differently. And I feel like that's like that. It's literally reminding me of that. It's literally reminding me that like you guys shine just that little bit different. You just shine that little bit more than most normal signs. Sorry, like it's sometimes I'm so jealous of you guys. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. So anyway, you guys have growth. That's that change. Like as you allow yourself to change, like earth element, growth. You're going to grow through the mud sort of thing. I'm getting lotus flower vibes. Like, even though that's a rose, like, the thing is too, a rose is covered in thorns. So you've got to learn to, like, set your boundaries. Tell people, like, because Gemini, like I said, it rules people closest to you. Like, this is you growing through close-knit situations that maybe needed to change. They've needed to change for a long time. Like, it could even be, I know this is a love reading, but it's coming up, like, maybe your friendship group's a little bit too small. Maybe you're needing to expand and grow and allow things to change. And, like, talk to some different people. Talk to people that you've never really talked to before. Yeah, like, I feel as though, like, maybe you've even felt a little repressed in relationships in your past, and now you're sort of, like, trying to grow into your very own person and grow into, like, this beautiful new being and have this, like, beautiful new awareness and, like, thinking differently. Like, that's growth. Like, it's seriously super big growth to be able to think and feel about situations differently. And literally 11:11 on the clock, so your angels are with you, and it's really important for you to check in with your thoughts. 2,000,000%. Your thoughts are what's creating your reality right now. I feel like your thoughts are really, really powerful because your thoughts feel as though they're actually able to manifest your physical reality. So, like they're literally, what I'm trying to say is they're affecting your physical reality, which, like, they always are, but sometimes I feel like we go through energetic times where, like, a little bit, it's a bit more so important to, like, sort of realize, and this is one of those times. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. My God. So let's have a look at what is your weaknesses. Sag, what are your weaknesses in the month of October when it comes to love? Okay. Balance. Yeah. There's freedom at the bottom of the deck again. So, you know, finding that balance between personal, individual freedom and the freedom to, like, you know, be in relationships with people that feel reciprocal. Because balance, like, this is Libra energy. We're literally in Libra season right now, moving into Scorpio season. So Mercury is also in Libra, and we have got Mercury at the bottom of the deck here too. So once again, Mercury retrograde is bringing things up for you because, like, this is happening for everyone. Like, it's so funny how much these readings actually, like, coincide one another. But essentially, like, Mercury retrograde in Libra is trying to give you, like, a third eye activation and a throat chakra activation. So, like, thinking and crown. I'm really seeing, like, your top 3 chakras is actually really coming up, as well as your roots. So that's really interesting. Could even just be that literally all of your chakras right now are sort of going through a bit of, like, a recalibration. Because we've also, what did I write? Right, yeah, reinvent. Like, it's like you're reinventing yourself because state of emergency, it feels like you've been through, with this stability coming out, like a state of emergency. Your body's probably been, like, overwhelmed, like overworked, overwhelmed, too much going on, too many feelings. You're needing now to balance out, and that's what's going to be a struggle for you at this time because it is like that. Knowing when enough is enough, knowing when to stop, knowing when to communicate, knowing when to be quiet, knowing when to, like, enough is enough. Like, literally this could be indulgence. Sagittarius, I do know that you guys can indulge. You definitely can indulge, like, on fun things. And what was interesting was because when I was doing Scorpio's reading, I actually was burning some cannabis incense, and, like, the whole vibe I was getting for them was like, you guys really need to, like, smoke a J. But for you guys, like, it ran out just as I started getting to you guys, and I didn't feel the call to light another one. And I feel as though it's actually a message in, like, you're tired, you're sleepy, you do not need to keep distracting yourself through substances at all. You need, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but Spirit's sort of just bringing up that you need to slow down. You need to rewind things a little bit. Have a deep think about, like, freedom. Because that's the thing as well. Like, when we become reliant on substances, we're not free. And I know that firsthand. Like, me and substances love each other. Like, particular substances. So anyway, crikey, I'm weird. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, balancing things out, becoming, like, okay with where you're at, loving where you're at, but also choosing to change. So let's have a look now at your energy. What is coming through for, like, your archetype, your vibe? What is your vibe in love over the month of October, please, Spirit? What is Sagittarius's vibe in the month of October? October. I don't want both, I just want one. One card for Sag. No, you gotta fly out the deck for me, and I don't want it to be the same as what other people have got. You know what's interesting is, like, all the signs sort of mirror each other. Like, the same cards will come out. Like, there's a whole deck, and it's shuffled to the max, and yet the same cards fly out. It's weird. But I think collectively as well, we all go through like very similar cycles and things like that. So at the same time, it's not surprising. I'm just going to take 2 cards for you because 2 cards want to come out. Alright, you got Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. With Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Okay, so you got a lot of angelic protection around you at the moment. You feel very connected to the angels. So you got a lot of angels around you. Archangel Michael is coming up. I feel as though, like, I don't know if you guys are super into angels or anything like that, but Michael's with you for sure. He's shielding you, he's protecting you. The thing is, I feel as though you have got a wall up, Sagittarius, and this month you are protecting yourself, which is good. I feel like this wall thing is kind of like good because I feel like you're working on your stability. You're working on what you need to, and trust your instincts is saying, if you need this wall up at the moment, then it's okay. But at the same time, I feel like it's really important for you to know when to drop it. So it's like putting the wall up for certain people, but not putting the wall up for absolutely everything. It's like important to let people in, and you can tell who you should let in by your instincts. You know, like, see all those animals that are whispering to her? It's like pretty much paying attention to, like, how do you feel around certain people? Like, do you get around a certain person and you start to feel, like, tired and groggy and just, like, just sort of out of it or distracted, or you're finding yourself, like, constantly sitting there and having conversations with people that are not, like, bringing any, like, light and joy to you, really. They're kind of just boring you. Well, then they're probably not the right people to spend your time around. And especially if this has to do with a relationship, which it probably does. This is you in love. You know, I think don't come off too closed off. If there's someone that you're actually interested in and you're feeling like drawn to, well, then drop your shields and let yourself be seen a little bit more. But you need to trust your instincts on how that happens. So, like, you're obviously not going to drop your shield for everyone. You're not going to let everybody in. But for some people, you need to be open with. You need to be authentic with. You need to be honest with, because it's going to cause growth. If you can talk openly with this person, if you can talk openly with people in general, then it's going to cause growth within you. But once again, like, we're really getting the message that you need to trust. Be, like, in total trust with who you're talking to, because not everyone is obviously for you. Even if they're a lover, even if they seem like they're a lover, not everyone is for you. Some people are literally on our path to be a teacher, to teach us what not to do. So yeah, you're coming off as, like, really quite guarded but super angelic. I also want to say that you might be feeling really connected to animals at the moment, and, like, really wanting to, like, spend time with your dog, or spend time with your cat, or even get a cat, get a dog, or even go to, like, if you live somewhere where you can just go for a walk and, like, watch other people walk their dogs, or, like, go to a dog park and just watch dogs. Like, I don't know, getting a lot of dogs, so some of you guys I think want a dog. But yeah, just, like, playing around and watching the freedom that animals sort of innately have, because animals, like, they're so balanced, they're so free. They're not all of them. They don't realize, like, it's kind of hard to actually say. Like, a dog is free, but a dog isn't free at the same time, so it's kind of like, eh. But it, like, you know, maybe look at wild animals. Like, pay attention to wild animals. Like, they don't let anybody convince them to be a certain way. They just do their own thing, 100%. And that's like a Sagittarius. Sagittarius needs to just do their own thing. Like, it's like a state of emergency almost when you are forced to be a certain way, because Sag needs to be free. You guys rule freedom. Literally, you all need to be free, okay? So let's have a look at your person. I want you to think of a person, Sag. Who's the person that you're dealing with? And we're going to have a look at their energy in love the month of October. Let's just grab 2 cards, because you guys obviously, you're the only sign so far that have got 2 cards, and that I'm allowing to have 2 cards. Okay, so your person that you're dealing with, between you both, you have Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. So this is big healing vibes. Once again, you've got angels coming out. So this is Archangel Raphael, and then you have another angel coming out here as well. So there are angels surrounding you and your partner a lot. Big angel vibes. So what's happening between you both is that you're healing, and I feel like you're healing, I don't really feel like you're healing, like, so much, I don't know if you're healing this relationship with this person. Well, actually, yeah, because you have they're coming out as winter, take care of your needs. So they're a little bit in hibernation mode. They're a little bit quiet. It's almost like they're going within and they're starting to like take care of themselves. And shift your perception is that they actually might even be going through a bit of a perception shift. Like they're changing their mind about something. They're thinking differently, they're acting differently. Because I'm getting like their thoughts are shifting in order for them to like create a healthier relationship with themselves. And like I keep saying in all of these readings, it's literally the most important relationship you have with someone is the relationship you have with yourself, because it's literally going to ripple out and affect every aspect of your physical reality. Like every other relationship that you have, it all starts with the relationship that you have with you. And with winter coming out in Air Guardian, I really think that the angels are trying to send this person, like your person is being angelically guided by spirit, by the angels, by their spirit guides, to take better care of themselves, to go within. And it's even like this, I'm getting lone wolf vibes. So like your person can be like really they really enjoy their alone time, or they're spending a lot of time alone, or they just really like to be alone. And I feel as though like while they're alone, while they do this work on their own, they actually allow themselves like a big shift. They need the quiet. It's kind of what I want to say. So interesting. Lots of healing going on. Yeah, let's just get into your tarot. So what's going on with Sagittarius? What do you want to talk about with Sagittarius in the month of October when it comes to love, spirit? What do you want to talk about when it comes to love? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles, Hanged Fae in reverse. I like that. Ooh, I like that. We got the Chariot up. Right, yes! That's what I want to see. The last card we have, Four of Wands, and it's kind of like half on the side, half not, so I'm going to take that as a message in itself. Bottom of the deck is the Fool, so brand new beginnings coming out here. That's exciting. You are going through a rebirth. You are going through like a big change, literally like we've been talking about. Like you are shifting things up. I think you're jumping off the cliff. I think you're allowing yourself to do things differently. I feel like you in this month of October, when it comes to love, are allowing yourself to be different. I feel like you're allowing yourself to be free. This Queen of Pentacles, that is you beginning to take care of yourself, my love. Like you seriously taking good care of yourself, becoming committed to yourself, being loyal to yourself, being loyal to your healing. I feel like this is like mother sort of vibes, where you're like mothering yourself. You could even be like mothering, you know, you got all these animals around here as well. So this could be literally like mothering like family members, or just like taking care of animals. Taking care of like anything that needs nurturing and nourishing. Like you've got this like nurturing energy. It might even be that you need to nurture, Sagittarius. Like the more you can nurture yourself and others, the more you actually feel like really aligned with yourself. And see, that's what's interesting too, is like Sagittarius, I think that people don't realize how like deep you actually are. Like you guys are the philosophers as well. Like you philosophers, I don't know. But you guys like think deep, you feel deep, you are really deep. But like people can get that mixed up because they think you're just like a bit of a party animal, but the truth is that like you're actually super duper deep. So with the Hanged Fae coming out in the reverse, this is like you have gone through this perception shift that I feel like your person's currently going through. You've already sort of had this moment where you've been strung upside down and things have had to change. And I think this month is where you're actually coming into a bit more clarity with why it all happened, with how it all needs to be in the future, with how to actually reinstate balance between you and this other person, and just in your life in general, because it feels like life might have been a little bit like out of balance, and that stability wasn't just like quite there before. And I think like the vibe I'm getting is that you're not so much focused on like this other person as much as you're focused on yourself, which is really good. And a message that I'm trying to like sort of give to everyone, which is like you are the most important aspect of your life. If you don't take care of yourself first and foremost, if you don't fill up your own cup, then there's no other energy for you to give to anyone else anyway. So the Chariot tells me that you are moving in the direction that your soul is calling you towards. Like this is literally jumping. Like that's that travel again. So like you might literally want to get in a car and go somewhere. You might want to like just go for a big road trip, go for an adventure, literally get on a plane and fly to London. Like you want to go somewhere. I feel like there's like the element of you that might have been like so connected to like your tight-knit community is starting to change, and you're feeling like more expansive and you're wanting to go further. And with Four of Wands coming out, now it's in the upright. It came out half before, so it's like, I feel as though you're still a little bit sure about your sense of security. You're a little bit unsure about your home and where to plant your seeds or where to actually physically go. But I definitely see that the fact that it turned upright tells me that you will find somewhere that feels secure. You will find somewhere, but it just might mean that you need to move. You might need to find somewhere else. You might need to go somewhere different. And the Four of Wands also talks about happy families sort of thing, and celebrating partnerships and all those sorts of things. So, if you're not going through experiencing this currently with your partner, then it definitely tells me that in your future you will. Or it even just could be that as you build this solid foundation within yourself, then you don't need someone externally to provide for you and take care of you and make you feel comfortable. If you do that for yourself, you're actually going to find yourself moving in a much more aligned sort of direction, and a direction that feels like you just, the Chariot pretty much talks about your soul is drawing you to a particular mission at this current time. And if you ignore it, if you don't allow yourself to sort of jump off the cliff and go, with this Fool and the freedom, it's this is what wants to bring you freedom. It could be financial freedom, physical freedom, freedom even from this relationship. Maybe some of you guys literally need to break up with someone, or you just need to approach this relationship differently. But things need to be a little bit more balanced and fun. And so I'm going to shut my little mouth up because, my God, 26 minutes. These were not meant to be such long readings. I just spilled my drink. Don't get so plastered, Sagittarius, that you become sloppy, okay? Don't be being sloppy, Sag, because I know you guys can get sloppy. So, no judgment. So can a Pisces. We can get sloppy. I feel like Pisces, we are known for being sloppy. Even the way I dress is sloppy half the time. Anyway, some of you guys could be dealing with a sloppy Pisces. Anyway, winter. So let's check out what's going on with your person. What's going on with winter? I'm just going to call your person Winter. Ooh, Queen of Swords, Judgment, and the Ace of Cups. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. So your person could be an air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, because we got that Gemini, so there could definitely be a Gemini out here. Okay, so what's going on with your person? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So they feel as though what they have invested in hasn't really taken them too far. This is sort of not really having patience and not really, I don't know, it's kind of a feeling as though your seeds haven't quite sprouted the way that you wanted them to. But it's really interesting because I think your person's going through a major moment in their life with this Judgment. It's in the middle and it's really speaking to me. It's the angels once again coming through. You are both surrounded so much by angels, but your person's having a wake up call. This is literally getting serious about life and getting serious about rebirthing into something else. This could be that how I wrote something you've never noticed before. Literally something's coming up that you or your partner have never noticed before, or the person that you're dealing with, they've never noticed this before, but all of a sudden they're finding themselves really wanting shape, wanting freedom, wanting to change, wanting things to be different. So Queen of Swords and Ace of Cups is communication, wanting to have clear communication that comes from the heart. This person wants to communicate with you openly, authentically, with a pure, loving truth and honesty and integrity. And I'm seeing this in a really good way. This person wants to offer you love. This person really has a lot of love. And this even could be that they're starting to love on themselves in a brand new way. They're starting to because the Queen of Cups can be really cold. So it's finding a little bit of warmth and light and care after feeling really cold and callous and even coming off cruel at times. So King of Pentacles as well, coming out with the Nine of Swords. If there's a lot of anxiety when it comes to resources, as well as I see the King of Pentacles as the father archetype. And look, you've literally got the Queen of Pentacles over here symbolizing you. And then your partner or the person you're thinking about has got the King of Pentacles coming out. So this person feels as though they could be a little bit more financially affluent than you, but they're still extremely anxious. It's they're always anxious about do they have enough, and their resources give them a lot of anxiety. So it's interesting because resources are really coming up for you guys, but it's also really interesting that you both got the divine counterpart. This is mother and father, mum and dad vibes. You don't have to be a parent, of course. Like, this is pretty much just like two providers, two people that have got a lot of abundance and a lot of nurturing to give, and that like can grow things. Like, this feels as though you both like got a lot of potential to grow things, and yeah, it's just you're sort of mirroring each other, which is kind of cool. Like, you're both. So guys, I don't know when that stopped, but we're just gonna keep going. So Ace of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely the fact that there are some things that have not been said. There are some things that there is like a breakthrough that needs to happen, a breakthrough in communication, or even just a breakthrough in thought. It's like a brilliant idea. You know, things haven't been communicated properly, or like just one of you's got an idea about one thing and the other one of you has got an idea about it in a completely different way, and you haven't found like a mutual ground yet. So with Queen of Wands coming out, with that Knight of Swords, I feel like this is like your person sort of struggles with confidence. Like, they are really beautiful and attractive and high vibe, and sort of like have all this, it's like they have all this magic within them, but it's like their anxiety and their fear stops them from being able to actually, like, you know, express themselves authentically. It's kind of strange. And with this Eight of Wands in the reverse coming out with this Queen of Swords, I feel like it's sort of talking about like difficulty in communicating effectively, and sometimes coming off like a little bit cold, and they can come off kind of cruel. It's like maybe this person doesn't like to bring anything up until all of a sudden they sort of snap, and you know, when they snap, it just kind of turns you right off. So I feel like this is what your person's trying to work on. They're trying to work on like a clearer way of communicating themselves and confidence. I almost feel as though the both of you this month is like, you've both got really nice cards and everything, but I'm not feeling like it's super duper connected. Like, I feel as though you're both sort of on your own paths and missions this month, and what your advice is kind of like with this balance, the fact that that's what's like the struggle is like coming into an equal balance between the two of you, and like understanding each other and speaking with like equal, you know, just going about things in an equal way, because it feels like you have to deal with different aspects of this person, and they can like one day they can be like really happy, and the next day they can be like really cruel. So, you know, this is reinventing the way you guys both communicate with each other, and reinventing the way you deal with each other, and just everything. So let's get some advice for Sagittarius in love in the month of October. Ten of Wands in reverse. Drop the burdens, my friend. Drop the burdens. Don't worry. Stop letting everything get to you. Listen to your intuition. Allow things to be unconventional. Allow yourself to be unconventional, because you are unconventional. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands. Wow, it's like divine counterpart AF vibes coming up. So like, take control. Take that power and that party and that fire and that magic that lives within you, because like King of Wands, I can definitely see that as being big Sag vibes, like Sag taking the lead, going for their thing. Queen of Wands over here, confidence, the confidence to know that you will have a beautiful relationship with somebody at some point. The best thing you can do is walk away from conflict, walk away from a bunch of different ideas, and you know, if everyone's talking all at once, you don't need to be there. Hop on your little dragonfly and zoom off. You know, you also got the Priest in reverse too. So this is trusting your intuition more, trusting your faith more, being more connected to faith. This could even be like wanting to get back into like your faith, get back into church, get back into like, you know, not everyone's going to go to church, but back into your spiritual practice, whatever that means and looks like to you, but paying attention. Eight of Cups definitely wants you to like go on a new adventure and try things differently, try things again. You know, it doesn't have to be with the same person, but trying things that you've never tried before. Like, I feel like adventure vibes coming up for you. And Five of Wands is saying like, don't give in to anything petty. Don't give in to, you know, feeling like there's too much competition, or there's too many other people out there. There's too much like, I'll never find my person. You will. You'll find your happiness. But you need to be open and authentic with yourself, and really gain that confidence that you have innately, Sagittarius, because Sag, you guys know that you're fiery, you know you got the spark, you know that you're magic, so like, act like it, okay? Alright, anyway, Sag, that is what I have for you in this month of October. Do we have anything else here? Looking at I need ya, needed. So this person might even actually feel as though they need you, and they might not let on to it as much as they actually feel it. It's almost like I kind of see that as like you're that bird, and see how they're looking at it like, I need my bird. Even though it's trapped me and made me feel like I'm sort of stuck in this situation, I still like, I'm fixated on this bird or whatever. Oh, you know what? I finally understand this card. Oh, it makes sense. The bird is what releases her from that, because she's literally stuck in this thorn bush because she got so mesmerized by that flower that it literally like took her and encapsulated her and like made her all stuck and shit. And that bird just came and took it and is flying away. And now in the Ten of Swords, she's going to start being released and whatever. And then she becomes the Queen of Swords. So she moves through the entire thing. Very interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, I think like you guys are getting to the end of like a really deep process that's been going on for quite a long time. I think you're coming home to yourself and becoming a little more yourself. And that's really coming up for your love. Like love needs to come from you. First and foremost. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. So my voice is like, I'm tired. My voice, I don't want to talk anymore. You guys might not want to talk anymore. You might have been communicating too much. You just want some freaking quiet. So anyway, Sagittarius, let me know if this reading resonated. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what's going on with you. Give this video a like, a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel because there's going to be more videos like this every single week. Next one's going to be general star sign readings for the month of October, and then we've got some picker cards. So yeah, if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that in the description box. You can go to my website at www.crystallinepriestess.com. I've got a bunch of different readings on there that you can choose from. I'm also going to be offering natal birth chart readings real soon, hopefully in the month of, I was about to say Scorpio, so November. November is hopefully going to be that time. So yeah, check me out on Instagram as well if you feel like it, because it's real fun over there. I like to try and be like on there every day. It's a good vibe. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you to your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you in all moments for being here and listening to these messages. I hope that they could bring you some clarity and confirmation. So I love you so much, and I will see you in your next reading, Sagittarius. Bye.